scandal.
Welcome back to Realistic Fishing. Let me clear off the table real quick. These are left down here from the last episode. And you know what? Those being on the table has a lot to do with why I'm doing this special episode of Realistic Fishing. I recently had a comment from iFish that said he was watching my past videos and noticed they have a different feel to them. So I started wondering, why would my newer videos feel different than my old videos? And I think the obvious answer is that life kind of sucks now compared to when I started making the videos. And, you know, trying to leave all political stuff out of the discussion here, I do have to say that everything is more expensive now. My insurance is way more expensive, groceries are more expensive, gas is more expensive, and even the price of fishing lures is more expensive, and I don't buy them as often. It used to be a huge part of the show, going out and shopping for lures that I could find for a good price. And in case you haven't noticed, I don't do that very much anymore. Lures today cost, I would say, twice as much as they did 5 years ago. I could easily find packs of worms for $1.50 to $2 a pack. I could easily find spinnerbaits and crankbaits for $2 to $3. Now everything is $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 crankbaits are not uncommon. So I don't buy as many lures. When I don't buy as many lures, I'm not having as much fun.
Merry Christmas to you. Ho, 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 ho. And keep it realistic.
Another thing that changed is YouTube. YouTube has changed a lot in the last 4 or 5 years. I used to do giveaways all the time. I would just pull 5 or 6 random lures and give them away. Every other episode. I didn't care. I have so many lures, I wish I could still just give them away. They're coming out of my ears. I have so many lures. But unfortunately, YouTube has a very common scam going around, and there are channels out there that will use my picture to reply to comments and pretend to be me and trick people into paying them money. You owe us $16 for shipping, but you won something. This kind of scam, right? Just to be clear, I never took money from anybody for shipping. I never took money from anybody for anything to do with a giveaway. Sure, if you want to donate on Patreon, that's fine. If you want to send me a super chat or thanks, that's fine. I really appreciate that. But when it comes to giveaways, I never asked for anything, and I never will. If they ever get reinstated, I never charged for shipping. Don't get scammed by people in my comments. They're assholes. YouTube can't control them. They've gone bananas. They're everywhere. If YouTube could get that under control and there was no risk of people being scammed or ripped off or their identity stolen or any of that crap, I would definitely reinstate the giveaways. In fact, I wish there was a different way I could do it, but I can't figure out another way that's fair to everybody and prevents people from getting scammed. I'm getting a little worked up about this. I should probably calm down, but it bothers me that my channel is not as good as it used to be. I mean, for example, I have a huge box of unopened, unused Mr. Twisters. I bought these because I was going to give them away. I have racks full of lures. On the other side of the studio, I have bins full of lures. I've bought so many on clearance. People have even sent them to the show for me to give away, and now I can't. So I really hope YouTube can clean up all these spam accounts. I mean, they have literally ruined that aspect of my channel. And it is a big deal because I've heard of other channels getting sued or in legal trouble over those people scamming in their comments, thinking it was the original channel, and then filing a lawsuit because they got scammed.
The most controversial team to hit USWO Wrestling, it's Brian Turner of Booty Call, and you are watching Realistic Fishing. Bounce on over to Brian Turner's VHS Rehab for more of Booty Call.
I just wanted to give away lures to people in need so they can go fishing and have fun, but no. So now that just leaves the fishing, right? Fishing was different 5 years ago. Now, every time I go to a spot, there's people. Back then, I used to fish during the weekdays more often so I could get out there when there weren't people. Now, every day of the week, people everywhere. I had to buy a plot at a private fishing club just to not be around a bunch of people all the time. I'm not complaining, I'm just telling you that fishing is a lot different than it used to be. There were less people and more fish back then. Since fishing really blew up big on YouTube, there's tons of people fishing all over the place. Yeah, the fishing is different. There's also a lot more critics out there too. If you do a video about fishing, you'll get people coming out of the woodwork telling you you're not handling the fish right, you're using the wrong bait, you don't know what you're doing, your channel sucks, you're an amateur, whatever, right? The trolling has gone off the scale, and dealing with comments and social media in general has become more of a chore than it is fun. So I understand when people used to say, doing YouTube is a job, right? It's work. And I kind of understand, because when the fishing doesn't go right, or when your social media is being attacked, or a certain aspect of your channel, you can't do it anymore, the channel changes. I changed. The audience has changed. The rules on YouTube have changed. The amount of scammers out there has changed. Things change. I'm not complaining. I'm not over here crying. I was thinking about why my channel is different than it used to be. And I can easily tell you why. I can't do giveaways anymore. There's less fish. There's more people out there. And when I say more people, I'm not complaining that people are into fishing. People are always a variable that could kind of change the video for the worse. Some of them don't want to be on camera. Some of them want to bother you the whole time you're fishing and trying to make a video. Some of them let their dogs run out there and splash. There's all sorts of crazy things that have happened on my channel. I've had a raccoon run past me that a guy let go from a cage. I mean, you never know what might happen, and the more people, the more crazy shit can happen.
This is Mark Ridgway from New Hill, North Carolina, God's country. You're watching the best fishing channel on YouTube. Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.
Anyway, the fishing sucks right now. I was a little bit concerned when I read that comment, and, you know, if the show has changed too much and you don't enjoy it anymore, I apologize. I would love to be doing giveaways. I would love to be doing tons of giveaways. But instead, I'm kind of stuck here. The winter fishing is not that good, and I can't engage with my audience the way I used to. Thanks for watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.